what's up, Jason? How you doing, man?
Very good, very good. So, Jimmy Bauer, how's it going with you?
Going really good, man. Just chilling out.
Excellent stuff. So, I Hate God's going on a tour in not far from now.
Yeah, we leave a week from tomorrow, heading to Europe.
What you got prepared for, like songs and stuff? Like, what you gonna be doing interesting?
Oh, well, we're gonna be playing some new material. So, because we're gonna be recording our new record probably when we get back. So it's we like to do that, you know. We like to go on tour and try and record when we come back. That way, everybody's really tight and fresh, you know. So we've just been finishing up all the details and all the writing on our new record that's supposed to come out 8,000 years ago. But yeah, it's about all we're doing, just getting ready for that, you know.
Is this album still gonna be called Whiskey Drink, like Wikipedia is saying?
No, I don't know why that says that, because it's not going to be called that. But I don't know what we're going to call it yet. We don't have a name for it yet.
Where do you think that came out? You know, Whiskey Drink has an album title.
I have no idea. It might have been a joke. I have no idea. I have no idea. It's not a bad name, but I mean, no, I think it was probably taken from like an interview or something where, you know, we were joking or something.
It's all cool, but it goes on Wikipedia, and then the people expect to see an album called Whiskey Drink, so it's all fun.
Yeah. Well, hopefully they don't believe everything they read. So
that as well.
Especially when it comes to Wikipedia, you know.
Touring the world nowadays, how's it for I Hate God and yourself?
Well, it's been good, man. I mean, we don't go out for as long as we used to, obviously, because you know everybody. We got families and stuff, you know, but it's been good, man. You know, I mean, we've been together 20 years, and we've been touring more now than we have in probably the past 10 years. So it's cool. It's nice to get back out there, you know, and play, because to me, I Hate God's really more of a live band, you know.
Would you say, like, with the social media and stuff like that, internet nowadays are, you know, bringing more kids to discover you guys better than, you know, Metal Maniacs?
Yeah, it's a lot easier to find bands now, you know, and it's a lot easier to get turned on to cool shit. But with that said, growing up with like magazines like Metal Maniacs and stuff like that, those were cool magazines to like tangibly have, you know, and read and stuff like that. So I kind of miss that, you know. There's only a few of them out there now, so.
Because when you did have a magazine like Metal Maniacs out, you'd get to see the bands that deserved to be inside it, you know.
Well, deserve and that's kind of a different concept, because a lot of those magazines back then, you know, record companies would pay for the ads, and that way, you know, push our band, you know. So even the magazines at some point got a little corrupt, you know. But I understand the point you're saying, you know.
Because if it was different, how would it have been now, you know, if we wouldn't have seen, you know, I Hate God back in the Metal Maniacs magazines?
I mean, we were in the magazines back when they came out, you know. And it's just I don't know. We're very grateful for any interviews or anything that we get, you know, because it's publicity for the band. So, you know, I don't know where we'd be, man. I don't know.
Do you think, you know, metal's gonna still evolve, in, you know, in all this genres of music, you know, taking further leaps compared to what it was in the 80s and 90s?
Yeah, I think it's total. I think people are starting to mix more, you know, like you know, to try and create new sounds or whatever, you know. And it's interesting, you know. It's interesting what people, you know, how it has been evolving. We consider ourselves more of like a punk blues band, you know, which is something that we, you know, tapped into on our own, and it's kind of our thing, you know. And for us to evolve with that is really exciting for us, you know. To expand on, like, you know, like old Delta blues, you know, like Sunhouse and John Lee Hooker and Robert Johnson, those type of cats, but put it with like a punk style, because to us, those guys were our punk rock,
They're the first ones, to do it.
Totally, and to me, just the fact that they did it and they didn't care. Some of them self-taught themselves. I mean, that was music that never even existed. So to me, that's more punk rock than anything,
That's very
cool.
Well said.
Thanks. we love blues,
And blues is the root of all music, when you look at it all.
Yeah, but some people don't think that. Some people don't believe that. Some people think, I don't know, metal was created in the 80s or whatever, and it's just, I guess it's the way you think,
Well, I think people might have to look into their encyclopedias, I guess, maybe, and discover
or YouTube,
the origins.
YouTube or whatever. Basically, that's this band is like paying homage to old blues, for us, That's like our inspiration to write and do it and shit,
And I'm sure you look up to Robert Johnson in some senses, all the legends that exist with him. It's an incredible read, when you look at his career.
It is, totally very interesting, And he kind of was, I don't know if you know this, but he got poisoned,
Right.
And it's just an interesting story, and playing these old juke joints and stuff, that were like out in the woods, and it's very similar to the underground scene today, and where a lot of establishments will be like, we don't want those kind of bands in here, so you have to go to secondary kind of places to do it, because you got people slamming and all that shit, and so it's very reminiscent of how playing in the juke joints back then, and what we're doing now, I think it's kind of I don't know, it's very not ironic, it's the same kind of,
The Wikipedia link whiskey drink and Robert Johnson being poisoned by whiskey. Interesting coincidence.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Totally, man.
Europe is the new Vietnam tour. Where does this name come from?
We have a song that we're doing a 7-inch on LD 389 Records out of Baltimore. We're waiting for it to get finished, but we have a new song called New Orleans is the New Vietnam, and so we just felt appropriate that the tour should be called Europe is the New Vietnam, tour.
Would you say this tour is gonna go far? Because I've seen the tour dates and stuff. You guys gonna expand it a little bit more, also?
No, I think that's all we're gonna do. Because, like I said, we're pretty excited about coming home and trying to, start out getting work on our new record and stuff. So, it should be interesting, man. I'm really excited to get in the studio. I think we all are, and put a record out, and then, really have the opportunities to try and tour some more and just spread that in-time message. I don't know, man. Good drum sound, that's basically that's a solid foundation of the whole record, so it's very important. Hopefully he'll be pointing them at the drum.
Because I find that the drum sound on the albums also was quite interesting.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of like a crapshoot when you go in the studio. You don't really know what it's going to sound like, So when you start pulling up the tones, and hearing what the drums sound like, and it all depends on what room you're in, who's engineering. There's a lot of factors that come down to getting a good solid drum sound, which to me is like laying the concrete for a house. Gotta have a good foundation.
Well, Jimmy, pleasure talking to you about all this stuff. Certainly Robert Johnson and stuff like that, and this is going to be a great tour, I suspect, in Europe.
Yeah, we're really excited, man. Really excited. Yeah, well, thank you, Jason. I appreciate it, brother.
All right, well, you have a great evening and a great tour, okay?
You too, sir. Thanks a lot, man.
You're welcome. Have a good night.
You too, brother. Bye.